This is the Irontrader. It is Monday morning, so it's time to go to work. So, as usual, we are going to review crude oil here and natural gas. This video is for information purposes only, not a recommendation buy, sell any stock, commodity, ETF. Thanks for watching. All right, here we have crude oil, your daily, your weekly, and your monthly chart. Okay, let's start off here on the old monthly. Now, we got plenty of time here. Today, this is only the 9th of the month here. So let me just big this up a little bit here. Okay, so the key to the upside for the month is going to be this key 21 SMA here. You're looking at 86, 88. If you can get above that, then we can look at your big retest up there. That's basically a 91.88, and then your big retest is 95.03. On the downside, you really need to hold this 79.01. That is your 8 SMA here, okay? But right now, it just basically, this is a monthly chart here, so we got to see how it shakes out for the whole month. Okay, here on a weekly chart here. Well, let's just see what we have here. Okay, so we have a big green candle up here today here so far, and basically that's because the attack on Israel, any kind of disruption in the Middle East here is going to cause crude oil and natural gas here to rally. So you just have to be always aware of that. So if you look here on a weekly chart here, what you really need to do here, it has to get above this key 100 SMA here. You're looking at 86.13, and then we have your 86.76, your 8 SMA. But right now, as long as it stays below the 8 SMA here, well, then it's going to be a whole lot of nothing. But again, this is a weekly chart here, so we got to see how it shakes out for the whole week. Now, last week, boy, that was one big ass red candle there. It wiped out how many weeks here of gains, So, but again, on the downside here, if that is lost here, that's that key 81.50. Then we got to look here to this 79.70, and then we have to look to this 50-day at 78.36. Now, this 78.36 here on this 50-day is lost. Here's your target right here, 69.52. Now, it's not going to get there in one day or 1 week or whatever, but that would be your overall big target. And then see how nice it held here, all the support levels here. So basically, just watch your 21-day and your 50-day, and then on the upside, watch that key 8 SMA. That is going to be very, very critical. Now, here we go. Now we're talking about here on your daily. Okay, so yesterday when the futures opened up at 6 o'clock, you had a big pop right on up here. If you watch my video, it held above this 50 SMA here, and that's exactly what it's doing so far. Okay, so right now the current price is 85.63, and the 50-day is sitting at 85.09. Okay, now again, if that is lost, then you want to look to the bottom of the candle here. You're looking at 84.67 here, and then we come over to this candle here, looking at 84.16. But the key is going to be right here. Okay, this is 83.28. Okay, so right there, 84.67. There's your gap, and your top of this candle, 83.28. That's the fill. Now again, if that's lost, then we come to this candle here. You're looking at 82.15, and then that retest of that 81.50. That is going to be the retest there, and if that's lost, then we come down to your 78.89 and all the way down to 77.52. Now, it's not going to go right straight down there, so what we always do is follow these candles right on down here, okay? So you got 81.48, you have 80.88, then we have on this candle here, you got 79.61, and then we come down to your 100-day at 78.89, and then possible 77.52. See, now with the gaps up like this, so you say, well, look where it went though. See that 8 SMA? I always been pointing out this. See how strong that 8 SMA is? Very, very key. So the price jumped up, but right into that and then pulled right on back here. So right now you got a topping tail here. So we got to see how it's going to shake out for the rest of the day. Now, again, if we can get above that, this 87.02, then what we do is we look to the bottom of this candle here. You're looking at 87.76. And then we have on this candle here, 88.46. And then your big test is 89.01. That is going to be very, very strong resistance. If you can get above, then we look to the top of the candle here, 89.59 here. We look here, you're looking at 90.27. The bottom of this candle here is 90.35. And then we just start taking these candles up, 91.88. We come over here, we have 92.43. And then we have 93.10. 94.17, and then your big retest up there is 95.03. But all that doesn't matter. I just want to point that out to you. If you can get above this 21-day, the key is going to be getting above this 8 SMA and closing above. Not just intraday, but closing above. Then your next level is going to be this 21-day. Then we can go level up there. On the downside, just watch this key 50 SMA. That's going to be very, very critical at 85.09. And then the bottom of that candle there, 84.67, that's a gap. And then here's your fill at 81.50. Okay, now your RSI looks like it's curling back up here again. Of course, it would be because you had that big jump up here. Your MACD does not look too bad at all here. It looks like it wants to roll up here, but let's just see how this shakes out here. If this is just a one-shot Willie here on the news, and then it's going to pull right back. Let's just see how the day shakes out. Okay, let's take a look here at the old natty gas. Okay, natural gas here, your daily, your weekly, and your monthly chart. Now, this is running the same way here. So, okay, so what we want to do here is we want to look at this 100 SMA here. Let me just take this down a little bit here. Okay, we want to look at this 100 SMA here. Okay, so you're looking at 3.26. That is going to be a support level here. And then we look at that 50-day at 3.73. That's going to be big time resistance. Okay. So what we have here first, though, is when we look on this weekly chart here. Okay. Now we have a really nice series of higher lows. And if you look at this 8 SMA, you're sitting at 2.85. You're clearly above your 21 SMA sitting at 2.67. That is very, very nice. Now, what we have here so far today, the high was 3.47, okay? So what you want to do here is just look to the left of the chart here, okay? So you look at the bottom here, this is 3.38 here. Then we want to look at this candle here. This will be next. This is going to be, on this candle here, it's going to be your 3.52. That is going to be next. And then we have this candle here, which is 3.59. And then we have here at 3.78, which lines up very nicely here with your 200-day sitting at 3.78. Okay, so your big target here is always going to be this 200 SMA here. Okay, sitting right there. Okay, that's going to be key. That's sitting at that 3.78. But you can just go to the left here. You can find your resistance levels here very, very easily. And then after the pick close, I have all the resistance levels and support levels all posted for you. So a lot of times just look at that and then you're all set. All right, here on your daily chart, well, you can see the series of right here. See, it came down low, put in a higher low, higher low. Very, very bullish pattern. And then it gapped up, but it never did fill that gap, which is, that's always very bullish. Now, if you look at all these SMAs here, everything is curling up very, very nicely. So now you have to look at all these as your key support levels here. So your 8-day is 3.067. Then we have 2.84, 2.73. We come down to this 200-day at 2.68. And even if the price comes all the way down to 2.62, very, very bullish as long as it holds this uptrend. That is going to be a key here. Now, on your RSI, you're getting in nosebleed territory a little bit there. And your MACD, same way here. But let's just see how it all shakes out here. And there's a topping tail. Let's just see how it plays out, though, today. But what I am looking for here in just a matter of time here is going to be this 3.78, this 200 SMA here. That is going to be very, very key. That's what we're basically looking for on the upside. On the downside, you can always just follow these candlesticks all the way on down here. But you always want to watch this candle right here, okay? This is that 3.027. That was basically your breakout candle here. This came close here at 3.018, but that was your breakout candle. So a lot of times it comes back and retests it, okay? So here on your weekly chart here, always watch this key 50 SMA here. Those are always key level, sitting at 3.229, and then you come down to your 3.027, and then we can always come down here. But right now, you got a really lot of good support levels here on the old natty gas here. Okay, so again, we're looking at that 3.78 on the top. That's what we're basically looking for, and we're coming in this time of the year here now. With the cold weather kind of stuff here. And any kind of a disruption always will send up crude oil and natural gas up much, much higher. Okay, that's all I have for you right now. I'll have more for you on the crude oil and on natural gas here after the pit close. So stay real sharp today. Watch the actions on what's going on there in the Middle East. And then remember, the API numbers will be out tomorrow at 2:30. All right, thanks for watching.